Welcome back to more Divinity Original Sin. I'm -0. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing alright. Well, after the ridiculously long battle with Boreas, we're here over at this waypoint by the caves where the temple is and the elemental forge. We're going to free the seasons. I think I can go this way. We're going to put that staff we got from Boreas, into the elemental forge. Free the other seasons, as it says here in the log. Eternal Winter, we learned that the staff which contains the imprisoned seasons can be destroyed in the elemental forge, freeing the other seasons. And if we don't come across anything crazy, we'll do that right now. Oh, those poor imps. Now, I'm not sure how to do this exactly. We may just put the staff into the forge and be done with it. There might be more to it, though. Combine. Yeah, okay, so select the ingredient. Let's see. We want that big old staff, right? The elemental staff. It's such a good staff. Look at that. The intelligence, the water resistance, the hit points. 15% chance to set frozen. Man, there's good stuff there. But we need to fix Hyberheim. So we're going to do it. Craft. Craft? Craft.
Brother, sister, we are free. And who is this? Can it be that a frail mortal human faced and bested our own scheming Boreas? Ah, but this is no mortal, I see. Strange you take the guise of a source hunter. But I shall of course honor your chosen form. Indeed, I suppose I should have expected that one of your kind would snare our brother sooner or later.
Now, we do know that we're a reborn general that has fought... Oh, I think we fought the Void before? At some point of lost history, a thread of history that was lost? But we don't know any more than that, so maybe he knows.
Boreas always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark arts. But I suppose the others of we elemental monarchs thought it better not to interfere in the affairs of his realm. No, like fools, we waited for his pride, his hunger for more and ever more power, to pull us from our own seats of safety and into his sordid storm. We, and with us all the subjects of the realm of Fairy, do owe you our lives, Source Hunter. If, no, not if, but when, we might be of assistance to you in this dimension, you must call upon me personally. Okay, so who are you? I am King Sewer of the Summit Kingdom of Calvia, brother, alongside the other elemental monarchs, to the unfortunate and insane Boreas. In earlier days, we ruled the four realms of Fairy in relative peace, each of us the master of our own kingdom. But something changed in Boreas. He grew darker somehow, more than was typical of his usual melancholy. We worried, yes, but chose not to intervene. Boreas was the Lord of Hyberheim, and it was his right to rule it as he pleased.
I wonder if that's just a thing that happened and then Leandra took advantage of it, or if Leandra was the cause, right? Remember, she wanted to get into Hyberheim to use the forge with the imps to make the bloodstone, and in exchange gave him the staff, and then somehow these other elemental leaders got into the staff. We don't really know about that. But I wonder if Leandra was the cause or the effect.
We were ecstatic. Boreas seemed again interested in the joint rule of Fairy. and upholding the long-established diplomacy of our lands. When we arrived, however, it was not Boreas who greeted us, but a dark figure. A woman with a stare like blackest fire. In her staff she held a demonic power, the likes of which I've never felt. And as we were sucked into its depths, we thought we'd never see the light of Fairy again.
Before we ask about the White Witch, let's ask about the woman who trapped you. What do you know about her?
I listened closely when I could to Boreas' doings. From what I could tell, it seems this woman had little contact with our deranged brother after the initial exchange of the staff. From what I could tell, the arrangement was thus. She gave him us, contained, and in return he gave her access to his great star stone, and scores of imps he'd invited to Hyperheim. After that, the two parted, and I heard little more of the woman. In his fits of madness, Boreas would sometimes bellow abuse about the demon woman. I can only assume he meant the same who trapped us.
Well, there you go. I found the White Witch, but she's trapped in ice. Can you help me free her?
Source Hunter, it would be my sincerest honor. Take this rune, and use it to summon me when you're near the witch once more. If she can be extracted from Boreas' ice, I'll find a way to make it so.
And before we go, let's see what he's got here. A tough robe. 58. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's this ring? Immune to petrified. And this wand? We have some good air wands already. So, I'm not going to bother selling stuff right now. Let's just take our leave. Wow, look at this guy.
The spring and autumn kingdoms won't rule themselves, you know. May our paths cross soon, Source Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, he disappeared. Hold on. This guy looks a little bit different from other element. Can I? Yeah, look at him. He's cool. Those wings. I don't think we've seen that before. Maybe we haven't. I just haven't noticed. Anyway, what's his name? Sua? And then it looks like the other two disappeared. Well, let's go ahead and go straight to the prison. And summon this guy.
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice. There must be a way.
Now he said, okay, it may be that set the slot with an item. Didn't he give us some sort of something?
I don't know how long she'll
Was
last
it a
within
ring?
that
No,
ice.
it was a rune,
There must
he
be a
said.
way.
Is that going to be over here? Is it this thing? Fire rune? Magical rune? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, set the slot. Can I just cast it? There he is.
This is your White Witch, then. And you're sure you want to free her, are you? Even our mad Boreas wouldn't have wasted such precious ice on a petty criminal. Whatever she did to find herself here must have been rather severe indeed. But I am in your debt, and I would be remiss not to honor your request. Shield your eyes, Source Hunter. To melt ice of this refinement, I'll need to summon an equally rare flame.
Ooh. Thank you.
Gods, it's colder than a witch's teat. How very callous of Leandra to interre her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity.
Icara, you're all right? The ice, King Boreas, and your sister.
Oh, shoot.
What a frigid hell you've endured.
Nope. What? What? Okay, sorry. I have to go back to Gan. I wanted to switch to Dumbledore so that we could have the benefits of our talking, but it seems that we're stuck with Gandalf.
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu? My old friend. Surely I have you to thank for my salvation.
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually. If not for their efforts, I'd be quite uselessly prowling around your prison still.
Then perhaps I ought to address my savior directly. Source Hunter, is that the masquerade? Well, what a motley crew we are. Isn't there somewhere a bit warmer we might discuss matters?
Let's talk about this, because maybe she knows more about ourself or our past selves. What do you mean by masquerade? We're members of the Order of Source Hunters.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Do pardon me. I didn't mean to imply you were very clearly eternal beings in the guise of minor mortals. Not at all. Please, let's do carry on.
Okay, we didn't get much out of that. Are you the White Witch?
Oh, yes, I suppose I am. But I do prefer my given name. Icara, that is. Charmed. But I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. Am I just as white and witchy as you'd hoped?
How did you become imprisoned here?
First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. My soul had withered in this prison, and I might not have survived much longer without your help. Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister and the mad Winter King. When I realized exactly where, and to whom Leandra was consigning me, I was certain I'd never enjoy the sun's warmth again. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. That was her mistake, and my blessing. I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas, but she has changed into someone I hardly recognize anymore.
I'm a little nervous about saying this, but I do want to find out the deal with what exactly happened with Jake. You stand accused of murdering the Sicilian High Counselor Jake.
I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. The thought of hurting anyone or anything is abhorrent to me. But in this case, I judged it necessary. If you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. This doesn't excuse my behavior, but perhaps it can help to explain it.
It can, but what happened the night of the murder?
It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philanderous, treacherous wizard, death and mayhem. Are you sure you're interested in such things? The sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this. And, in truth, the events of that night were but one part of a larger and much darker matter. A matter in which I'll dare to beg your assistance before we're through with one another. Now that terrible night. One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision. My sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor. I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Sicil's King Crab Inn. I arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. as I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor. In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away. And so I did the unthinkable. I used the Counselor's life to save Zandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. Fortunately for us both, you are no other Source Hunter.
Wow, I had no idea there was a cutscene in the game. But finally we know the story. Here we are 30 hours later or more. Tell me about Leandra. So when we started the game, everybody thought in the room with the lovers was Esmeralda and the Duke of something or other. So yeah, I still go back to the beginning. I wish I could remember exactly what the details were from the witnesses that we got, but yeah, it's all kind of coming together now. Not sure why Jake wanted to kill Zandalor. Not sure why Zandalor was cheating on Iccharus with her sister. But tell me more about Leandra.
My own little sister, if you can imagine it. She was always the more ambitious, the more exacting of us. And she had no fear of the darkness that so often accompanies Source. Her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. She is planning something far greater than I could have anticipated. For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I must ask you, Source Hunter, to find out how far exactly Leandra has become entwined in the dark arts. I hate to extend my own invitation, Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzax's hideout. Presumptuous, yes, but I'd recognize the imp's essence just about anywhere. Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended itself into our dearest Rivellon. And I believe I know where we must begin. Ah, but unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time, I do believe Master Zigzax is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter, landing in 3, 2...
Hunters, you've done it! Iccharus is free! Ah, what good it does my impish heart to see her safe and bright as ever! We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. A spot of something warm and the soft glow of the tapestry ought to do us all a bit of good, Iccharus. Now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every synapse.
After you, Master Zigzax.
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit, yet this case feels anything but closed. There's more to this crime than simple fact. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing an innocent, after all. We'll have to learn more before we can assess Iccharus' true guilt in this matter. Fortunately, she seems quite eager to tell us more about this entire dark affair.
It seems weird to me that, of course, this was the mission given to us by our Source Hunter bosses, but there's so much more going on. I mean, I personally, as the player, don't care about Iccharus' murder scheme with Counselor Jake, but our guys, our boys, Gandalf and Dumbledore, they seem obsessed. Anyway, we need to go to the end of time.
Aha! We meet again, and well met you are. Did you know I've constructed a little theory about you both? Yes, I have indeed. The theory is this. You are not you. Or rather, you are you, but you is not all there is to you. And that goes for both of you. But I see you're staring at me like a cow stuck in an astronomy lesson, so let me start again. I think that you carry two souls inside of you. One that belongs to the mortal human beings that you are now, and one that belongs to certain someones with whom we've both become acquainted. You remember that segment of the tapestry your efforts helped to mend, don't you? The two great generals? How they led the battle against the Void's first attack on Rivellon?
I'm a step ahead of you, buddy. Are you implying that the souls of the two generals are within us?
It would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Your connection to the Void, your presence here at the end of time. True, the mystery of Starstone remains, but at this rate, we'll have it sorted out in 2 shakes of Ahu's tail. As luck would have it, a new portal awaits. Perhaps answers do as well. So, onward.
Is this? No, he's probably leading us to the way, to the new spot. It's right there. Let's chat some more.
A second soul? Do you think it could be true? Why not? You don't have to convince me there's something infinitely great innate to my being. Ha! Yes! Just look at the events we've set in motion. Our souls are meant to soar, and they'll soar yet.
Very nice. Looking at the log. Yep. Everything looks great. I guess Iccharus is here somewhere, but I guess Zixax wants us to do his thing. Before we do, though, where are we? No, I didn't want that. I wanted this. We're 43,000 points away from leveling. And I think I said, yeah, we're not going to be able to get Aerothurge 5 for Dumbledore just yet. Do we want more defense? The fights were getting harder. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. Do we want to go for intelligence or more speed? I mean, our initiative is 10. I don't know. We're a ways away from making that decision anyway.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
It's the Hall of Secrets.
What have we here? A study? Wonderful. About time you got an education.
Oh, very funny.
Guardians.
Well, here she is.
Dear Guardians. When I see your faces, it is like the barriers of time tumble in upon themselves. But oh, how my heart aches when I think of the duty you adopted. It was more than even the gods had the right to ask of you. You did not want it, but you took it upon yourselves nonetheless, though many wailed and many wept. In a ruptured world, wherein all resolve had crumbled, you renounced life and liberty to stand guard and protect every last morsel of creation. When I despair, I think of your sacrifice. In my darkest hours, I cherish the resolve that was you.
Good thing to be cherished, even though apparently we had to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
So we finally saw her again. Although we still don't know who she is. Is there anything interesting here? Ancient letter? Can we read it? Maybe we'll grab them. Oh, okay. We can't pick it up, I guess. Honor General, I would like to raise a personal concern of mine, if I may be so bold. Your prowess in combat is unmatched, your lust for warfare unrivaled. No one doubts this. That prowess served us well, it saved the world, but now that the enemy has been vanquished, but for a few straggling legions, is it really necessary to personally command our army still? I know your presence inspires our troops, but I worry an enemy But I worry an enemy spear or arrow may find you yet. Just like with permission, the enemy has found another general before. To lose you now would devastate nations. My advice would be to exercise caution. Now that peace is almost upon us and our total victory inevitable, there is no need anymore for such ferocious heroics. We no longer have need for you as a general. We have need of you as a statesman. Please think on that. Signed, Harold Sigurdsson, Duke of Orcha. So the two generals, one of them was very, very keen on fighting and battle, and the other one didn't like it, or was like a reluctant fighter, if I remember correctly. But I remember one of them was all about the fighting and super passionate about it. That letter's obviously to them. Let's look at this other one. Dearest Henry, dear cousin and king, the honorable generals baffle me. So this is not to us at all. Their behavior has become puzzling and erratic. They are the saviors of our realm. They are worshipped by man and divinity alike, yet they wander down strange and solitary paths. Word has reached me today that one of them is gone, vanished. Why, I wonder? Why would they do such a thing now that the very world is theirs to command? And the other, such force, such sudden ruthlessness, just like I was talking about, such tyranny, a betrayal, almost of the principles they fought for. These tidings sadden me beyond compare. I think of what could have been and despair. What is it? There must be an answer. What is it that riles them so? Lady Helena, Countess of Leliolint. What about this book? In the event of the Divine One's return, according to prophecy, the Divine One will lead our people into a better world, but what will this new world look like? I've read nearly all texts regarding Reuben Farrell, the author of the prophecy, and the more I study his words, the more inconsistencies I find. What kind of person would this Divine One be? Will every living being see his vision for the new world, or will the Divine One select individuals? According to prophecy, the Divine One will destroy all evil. How can lovers of creation advocate for the destruction? Can the Divine One really distinguish between good and evil? Or will he choose what is evil according to a preset moral code? Oh, we got philosophy going on here. What about this book? Tales of the Seven Gods, Volume 1. I don't know anything about the religion of this world. The Seven Gods were still young when they decided that each of them should have their own race to guide through the eternal flow of time, and thus it happened that Ralik, the most powerful of all gods, became the patron of humans. The burly Duna created the dwarves. Alright, let's just move through this. The poet was the Sendelius, the poet. Did the elves? Reptile goddess Zorlstissa. You know what? I think I'm gonna take this book, and I'll read it later. Everything else is just junk. What else do we have here? Is there something I'm supposed to be doing? Yeah, okay, general lust for combat. Right, the general's tale, and then the general's story. This one, mixed feelings about the great victory. This just looks like stuff. Let's just... yeah, nothing important there. Let's check the other side. Oh, there's a person here. Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Teller of secrets? Okay, teller of secrets. Let's talk.
Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn.
How did you come to this place?
Which way I fly is here. Myself am here, but in the lowest deep. A lower deep still threatening to devour this homestead opens wide.
Not very direct, are you?
Whence thou returnest, and whither wentest, I know. Direction hardly signifies.
Tell me about yourself.
About me? The Guardian's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden box, whose depths brought death into this world, and all our woe with loss of source I remember. I come no spy with purpose to explore or to disturb the secrets of your realm, but secrets of my own I bring. The secrets of another world, perhaps not lawful to reveal.
Okay. I'm interested to find out more about your secrets.
To ask or search, I blame thee not. For Rivellon is as the book of the gods before thee set, wherein to read his wondrous works and learn his seasons, hours or days or months or years.
Oh. Oh. Oh my. What is this? Secret from the Stars, 1 through 5. Mundane Secrets, 1 through 6. Secrets of the Trade, 1 through 9. We have some money. Ancient Tome of Body Mastery. Compendium of Mortal Techniques. That's not really our thing. This seems like physical... maybe it gives you a skill point or something like that. I'm more interested in the Secret from the Stars. I'm gonna buy this. I could sell you stuff, but I won't right now.
I give not you for lost. From this descent, celestial virtues rising will appear more glorious and more dread than from no fall.
Did we do all these? Did we do Tell Me About Yourself?
Me.
You're right, we did.
No spy.
Okay. Let's just check the rest of the room before we look at that secret. Is there anything in the vase? No. It's over here. We need everything's knocked over. What about this? Nothing. And then it looks like there's some stairs. It's just like that. Ooh. I can't do it. It's glowing. But I can't interact with this little table right here. Interesting. Interesting. Let's take a look at that thing I just bought. I can't read it. I can only use it.
My map is slowly filling up with secrets.
Secret. Oh. Oh my. Secret of the Black Cove Pirates. A bloodied gift from the stars has upset many a ghost journey in the Black Cove. I don't know what that means. Is that a quest? A bloodied gift from the stars has upset many a ghost journey in the Black Cove. Is the Black Cove where the orcs and the undead were fighting? I think if we look here. Black Cove. Before we look at that, you know what? Let's go back here. Maybe talk to Zixax. Maybe he'll tell us what these secrets are about. Hall of Winds, Hall of Secrets. Right, we unlocked that. Hall of Heroes. That's our general's bedroom area. Over here is the Weaver. Where did he go? He went this way, right? He's over here.
There you both are. Marvelous. Your efforts have borne even more fruit. A new piece of the tapestry has been mended. The Weaver's been hard at work with the thread Starstone has borne her, and a whole portion of history has been rewoven. Rejoice, my friends, rejoice! For now we witness a tale from the eons torn from time, but now, thanks to you, restored.
After the war was
Another
won,
cutscene.
the Void Dragon remained a great threat to all existence. And so, upon the anvil of creation, the God Box was crafted. The Void was locked within, but still the question remained: who would guard the box? The two generals offered themselves. They would give up life and glory to stand sentinel. Transformed into immortal beings, they would be the Void's eternal guardians. They placed the box and the guardians in the First Garden, home of Astarte and of the world's most beautiful power, Source. For time immemorial, the Guardians stood by the God Box, no longer human in body or in mind, but duty personified.
Wow. So, missing threads, another star stone, another mystery revealed. We learned that the generals sacrificed their mortal lives in order to become the guardians of the God Box. They in the box were placed in the Garden of Astarte, who's the green lady that we just spoke to. Goddess of the once pure magic source. She's the goddess of source. Oh, wow. Okay.
I salute you, my master. Other elementals lie in wait until with a word you command them to action. Which one of them, pray, has your preference?
We did air before. Let's go ahead and do fire now for Gandalf.
And that is your final choice?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. That is our final choice.
Thy will be done.
Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you?
You know what? I think we'll inspect the... I guess it'll be the Hall of Fire, maybe over here. We'll do that next time. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. We'll continue on. So many secrets have been revealed. It's been pretty impressive. But we'll reveal even more next time. Take care.